Hey everyone.
Hey guys.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Long time
I know.
no speak.
It has been a long time.
Yeah, about 2 months roughly. Maybe a little more.
Maybe a little bit more. Yeah, maybe
How
a little
time
bit
flies.
more. Yeah, it does.
Let's see what's been going on. First of all, life was busy.
Oh,
Just baseline is pretty
yeah.
busy. A lot of work related stuff and trying to squeeze in a little downtime here and there where we can.
Yep.
And thus the beautiful setting that we're in.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We played hooky this morning.
Yeah.
Decided to come out and enjoy the lake.
Yeah.
Not too far from our house.
Yeah, so there's a quick little shot of the lake. I think you guys can see kind of where we're at. We're sitting like on the river bank or lake bank.
Yeah,
And,
we got the bike, rode the bike motorcycle this morning. It was really
Yeah.
nice.
There's a motorcycle back there somewhere.
Somewhere, maybe. Oh, it's
yeah.
behind the trees there.
Yeah. Anywho, we're out riding our bike. We tuned into church. We listened to church while riding our motorcycle.
Something you can't do as a J-Dub. You can't make your comment
That's right.
and turn in your fuel service time.
So
No, but it's...
we got to cruise through some parks and ride around and enjoy. I guess it's kind of like the second time this year so far that we've gotten like a cool week of cooler mornings. Yeah. Right after Hurricane Harvey came through, it was cooler after the front pushed through.
Which was really nice, yet very
Yeah.
unusual for Houston.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was nice. Took advantage of it.
Yeah. And then we had a hot week or two, and then another cool front has come through. So anyway, hope I'm not boring you talking about the weather, but here in Houston, when you get cool temperatures in the morning and low humidity, that's a very special
Yeah,
thing
you
indeed.
take advantage of that.
Absolutely, you don't want to squander that opportunity.
No.
Anyway, we've got a lot to share with you guys.
Oh, wow. Where do we
But
begin?
actually, do you want to talk about
The flood?
the flood? Yeah, we can talk about the flood.
Well, I have a good friend. She has woken up to a lot of things going on in that organization. And, with the flood, she lives out on the lake. Of course, she was severely affected. She lost everything. Other than a little bit of clothes she was able to get on her back, her 5 dogs and 2 cats. And we helped her, excuse me, I have critters crawling on me because we're sitting on the dirt. Anyway,
Never mind those ants.
I know. Just don't want them to crawl anywhere. So we helped her the Sunday before it hit really bad. Went over to her house, helped her pack up a lot of stuff, what she could. And we put them in the places in her house that we thought for sure, because she lives on our two-story, our pier home right on the lake.
Yeah.
We didn't think that motorcycle going by, that her second story of flood. Her first story is always flood, not her second story.
Yeah.
And so we put stuff on high ground, and then the Tuesday morning
just to put things in context, she lives close to Lake Houston, so it's not a matter of if, it's just a matter of when she's going to get flooded. And usually what we do is we put her belongings on the first floor up on little tables, folding tables, and that's all it takes. And anything that was ever up on tables or on the bench never got wet. And this time she ended up not only completely flooding, submerging 100% of the first floor under her house, but it got like 3 or 4 feet in her house, which is like 10 feet above the ground where the second floor starts. So it was up pretty high.
It was significant.
Yeah.
It was very significant. So she eventually had to be evacuated from her second choice of staying with her 5 dogs and 2 cats. So this is how the story goes. She gets rescued the second time, as I said. A family takes her in, and it just happened to be a family that our church is fairly big, and we don't know everybody there, but shows you how the Lord works in wonderful ways. The family that rescued her, because she had no place to go, and she really didn't want to go downtown on a bus where a lot of people were being sheltered to. And so a family took her in. It just happened to be a family that goes to our church when we met her there, because we were going to take her, but it didn't work out with all her dogs and everything. So she's still with this family, actually. Yeah. And this is going into 6 weeks after the flood.
Yeah, so basically, just to kind of reiterate what she says, we helped with her immediate evacuation, but then she needed to be evacuated where she evacuated to.
Oh, yeah.
And that was by someone that we didn't know at all. but her rescuers and people who offered her shelter for like a month were members of our church, Christians who didn't support her because she went to our church. They supported her because
Yeah, I was going to get into that later, but
that's what the body of Christ does. It shows genuine, unconditional love to people of all faiths or no faith at all. So
right.
what a wonderful example, and how blessed we were to see how this Christian family took her
She
in.
did not have to have any criteria that needed to be met. The family just took her in, perfect strangers. She did not know them, and they did not know her. That is the love of Christ. You know,
Sure.
you're not you're not put under classification if you are to get any help. So that worked out really well. In the process, she's got family, and they're all witnesses. Her brother that lives in real South Texas, like the Valley, he came up to help her to gut the house. In the process, Rob and the lady that she was staying with, goes to our church, signed her up for, it's called Mud Out and Flood Out crew. People just volunteering their time and their resources, coming in and helping various ones, again, because of their love of Christ, not because if there's any condition that has to be met. So her brother came up along with his son, and some people from our church, because she got put on the list, went and did the Mud Out and Flood Out, which she was overwhelmed by the love. She was saying, Sharon, I don't even know these people. I have no connection. I asked to pay them or to some way give them something back for all that they have done for me, and they didn't not take anything. And she said, I felt so bad, but I don't even know these people. And it says, that is the love of Christ. I kept having to reiterate that her because she did not get that real love because of the organization that she's in. And so it just so happened, she's inactive for going on 4 years, maybe 5. An elder called her to see how she was doing, and she said, well, I've lost everything. Well, who's helping you? Well, it just so happened, I have some friends that goes to a church, and their whole church crew that they're setting up, crews are coming out and do the Mud Out and Flood Out. That elder, like several hours later, or maybe the next day, actually went to the site of her house while the church crew was there, mud out and cleaning everything,
Cutting sheetrock out,
cutting sheetrock out, and just gutting the house, everything, what is involved or
furniture,
needed.
everything that was ruined.
Yeah. The elder walked up, and she says, yes. He said, I'm brother so-and-so. And she says, okay. You have to understand, she's been gone for 4 years, so she did not know him, and the congregations have merged. They've actually downsized.
Actually, they split, which makes you think they grew.
Yeah.
But then they merged. But this is topic for another video.
Oh, yeah,
So,
definitely.
yeah,
and
but
the Kingdom Hall lot for sale. Okay. Yeah, we got that one.
Yeah.
So this brother went up, and her brother was right behind her. He says, and she introduced her brother to the elder, and the elder introduced himself to them too. And her brother says, okay, you can roll up your sleeves and let's get in there. He says, oh no, and kind of stood back, and he was very nicely dressed. Oh no, I'm not here to help to clean. I'm brother so-and-so, and I'm from Lake blah 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 congregation, and she said there was such an arrogance that exuded from his cells, basically, that she was so turned off. And then her brother looked at her and said, this isn't loving, this isn't Christian. Brother, where is your love? Why aren't you helping us? Well, I'm just here to assess the situation, and we'll turn it in, depending on how bad it is, to see if, that's a very big word, if you get help. Now remember, she's been inactive 4 or 5 years, give or take. That really turned off her brother so bad, because the elder did not come there, did not offer to pray, did not offer any suggestions, did not offer to give money, food or water, clothes, a shelter, nothing. He offered nothing. And so a lot of our church member, the crew that was there, they saw this. And so after the elder had left, really left a bad taste in the sister's mouth and her brother's mouth, the church crew said, why don't we pray for you guys? And if you need help, we'll come out again tomorrow. Again, everything's free of charge, no conditions. You don't need to sign over your mortgage check to an organization that's volunteer, non-charity, or insurance, or anything of that sort of kind that you get from the mortgage company to compensate what you had lost. So they prayed. and her brother actually took his hat off and bowed his head along with somebody in the crew there that went to pray for our friend. And that in itself was the most awesome witness, because it left an awesome taste in her brother's mouth. He went home telling his family, and he called back, and other family called back and says, wow, what an experience you had. So that was a witness in itself.
Yeah, for sure. Anyway, this video was completely unplanned. I basically grabbed Sharon's hand like to hold it, and I started.
I was going, what the heck are you doing with my hand? We're out here in God's creation. What are you trying to do?
So we finally managed to go, oh, it's heart end time. It's time to record a video. So anyway, we hope you guys have a blessed day. Hopefully weather is good for you guys wherever you are.
Everybody's doing good, feeling good, and having a great day.
Yeah. Achieving the successes in life that they're hoping to.
Right.
And hopefully this is a good day with your family or your friends or your family who becomes your family, not because you share blood, but because you share genuine, unconditional love for one another. Anyway, blessings, guys.
Blessings.
Take care.
Bye.